So then guys, this is crazy. Jumping ahead here, we know information about the iPhone 20 or the iPhone XX if you want to call it that. And today I want to go over everything we know so far for this next generation of the iPhone. So this year in 2025, we do have the release of the iPhone 17 models coming out. But it's crazy to think that we've already got leaks skipping over, say, the iPhone 18 or even the possibility of an iPhone 19 and going straight towards the iPhone 20, what is set to come out in 2027 because this marks the anniversary of the first iPhone what came out back in 2007. So this will be a special edition iPhone. And like I said, we had lots of leaks about this already. But this isn't the first time that Apple have done a special edition, new kind of iPhone out there. So when we had the 10-year anniversary of the iPhone, we got the iPhone 10 or the iPhone X, whatever you want to call it there. And this was a big change in the design language of the iPhone. And it paved the way forward, as Apple said, for the next generation of the iPhone. And it certainly has. We now have Face ID in every single iPhone now, what's being released. And this was the first iPhone to do this, the iPhone 10. And also that kind of full sort of screen design, this was also the first one to do it with Apple, when they wanted to actually change it from their kind of sort of bezels and the home screen button at the bottom and, you know, Touch ID. They got rid of that altogether and they went full screen for their iPhones going forward. So with the next generation of the iPhone in its design, we're looking towards the 20th edition of the iPhone, or the 20th anniversary version. And like I said, we've heard lots of leaks and rumors coming in. Now, the first thing that we heard about was that we're actually going to get a full screen design of the iPhone. And what this essentially means is that Apple will be making their bezels or their borders thinner and thinner in the last couple of years now. And it looks like that when we actually get to the iPhone 20, it will have no border whatsoever. There'll be no bezel. It will literally be screen and the edging will be the metal of the phone. And in fact, we've even heard there's the potential that we won't even have metal on the edge. We could get something like the renders that you've been seeing right here, where we could actually kind of get a sort of slimmed over sort of screen effect, similar to like some other kind of manufacturers have done out there in recent years, where they actually had sort of their screen sort of edging over, but this would completely edge over in every single direction. It wouldn't just be edging on the left and right, it'd be the top and the bottom too. And like I said, you can see renders here of what this could potentially look now. But personally, I still think we'd have physical buttons on the side and things like this, but we could also get the ability of actually having a sort of full screen, and we could have a lot of sort of the sensors like Face ID and cameras actually underneath the screen too. So then guys, just quickly, I want to tell you about today's sponsor, Kinsta. Now, have you ever been in that situation where you wanted to build your own website, but then you have to worry about all the web hosting and all the bits and pieces that go along with that, and it gets really complicated? Well, that's where Kinsta comes along and will help you out. So if you don't have a clue about web hosting or anything like this, those guys there are there to help you out, especially that they're available 24/7 to get you sorted and up and running with your web hosting. And the cool thing is, you're not actually talking to AI or chatbots. We're talking real human beings available 365 days a year to help you out with your website. Their web hosting, like it says on their website, is managed hosting for WordPress. Their web hosting gives you everything that you need, so super fast speeds that will wow your visitors, a super easy dashboard to get along with, and top-notch security that never sleeps. For me, having your website run super quick is definitely an essential. No one wants to wait around for a page to load, and Kinsta.com gives you that. And not only this too, like I said, there's top-notch security also involved to stop your page being hacked and changed and things like this. And then the best thing I think what Kinsta.com provides is that support from real human beings 24/7, 365 days a year, where you can get help with your web hosting if you did come across any problems. But I doubt that would be the case because the dashboard is so easy to use. And with that, I would say switch all your hosting over to Kinsta, because not only all these features I spoke about today, they're also offering you guys a 1-month free trial and also a 30-day guarantee to make sure that you get everything set up and get the support that you need for your web hosting. So what are you waiting for? Check out all the information that's in the description of this video and switch over to Kinsta.com. And with that, let's go back to the main video. But since this idea of having a full screen iPhone has come in, well, we've actually had a recent one come in from Ross Young. And he's saying these leaks here that are saying that we're going to be getting a full sort of screen kind of iPhone by 2027 is kind of jumping the gun. What he actually predicts is this picture you can see right here. And what he is saying is in 2025, we'll still have something very similar to what we have now with the iPhone sort of 16 Pro models. This will be adapted to the iPhone 17 Pro models. But in 2026, we'll have a smaller dynamic island. And then in 2027, we'd have the smaller dynamic island. But can you see here? That bezel has completely gone. And this means we could have that kind of 3D glass kind of effect in 2027. But we wouldn't have the under-screen kind of technology yet for Face ID. That's not coming till 2028, and it would take to 2030 to actually have the complete, all the sensors and camera underneath the screen. We'd have to wait out till then to get that complete kind of glass effect bar design. And to be honest, this does make a lot of sense if that Apple are going to do this probably into the future. But moving on from this end, there are some more features I want to cover. However, what I would say is you're probably wanting to know about the iPhone 19, what's going to happen there, because obviously in 2026 we'll get iPhone 18, then the year after that, 2027, that is when we'd get the iPhone 19. What's going to happen here? Well, I think two things may happen. The iPhone 19 might be completely dropped. We might not even get that. Just like we've never had an iPhone 9, it got completely skipped out. But what I think is more likely going to happen is we will get an iPhone 19, but what will happen is it will be based on kind of sort of designs of, say, the iPhone 18. This is what Apple did do back in the past, back in 2017. They brought out the iPhone 8, and this was based on the 7, the 6S, the 6, and then they also brought out the iPhone 10 design, a brand new design. And I think this is what Apple could do. There could be a one more thing moment where the iPhone 20 and would also have the iPhone 19 both released on the same year. This has happened before, like I said, with the 8 and the 10. But what I would also say with the iPhone 20, it would have some extra special bits and pieces inside of it. And one thing we've been told is that we're going to be getting a new battery technology introduced into this iPhone, as you can see right here. And this is probably going to extend out the longevity of the battery, and also means that your battery life for the general day usage would also be extended out too. It would be really awesome to see. Then the other leak that we've also had coming in is telling us that we're going to be getting a new type of RAM. Right now, Apple uses the same RAM that we all use right now. So, you know, this is the same RAM that's in your Mac or your laptop or your Windows PC or an Android phone. We all use a similar type of RAM kind of technology. But it looks like Apple are going to be using a brand new type of RAM, especially designed to work with their chips. And this is going to help out with multitasking, speeding up the iPhone even more. So this is going to be quite exciting to see when this actually does come out and what this is all going to be about and what differences it will make. But with that, guys, that is the latest and greatest we've heard on the iPhone 20 already. It's crazy to think that we've got leaks about this and we've not even got the iPhone 17 models out yet. But are you excited for this new iPhone? Are you going to wait out to get the special edition 20th anniversary iPhone? Well, let me know in the comments below. And with that as well, guys, it's time to wrap up this video too. So if you have enjoyed watching it, please do press the like button. As always, if you want to hear the latest Apple news, reviews and comparisons, make sure you subscribe to this channel and also hit that notification bell. Until next time, guys, I'll see you really soon. Take care. Bye bye.